Alright, so I know that I said that we were going to start the questline to unlock the new dungeon. However, before we do that, there is something I completely forgot. Because I was just so eager to go back and show you guys. There is something else here, and it's, of course, the quest you probably expect.
We all have a...
It's the quest to go into the raid and defeat the final boss.
The jailer has seized the sigil of all four covenants. It is clear that he means to escape the maw and steal the Arbiter's sigil from Oribos. We cannot allow this to happen. Atop Torghast sits the Sanctum of Domination, the jailer's seat of power. The time has come to enter this dark domain. No doubt, Sylvanas Windrunner will command the forces that will attempt to thwart us. We must defeat her and save Anduin Wrynn from her grasp. Gather your forces, Nixuzad. The Ebon Blade will stand with you.
This was pointed out by somebody earlier, but I do find it odd that the reward for this quest is just simply 77 gold. That's it. Defeat Sylvanas in the Sanctum of Domination gives you 77 gold. That's the reward for defeating the final boss in the next new current tier raid. Yeah. What? I find that kind of a joke. That needs to be fixed. Blizz, you have got to make defeating the final boss in a raid much more appealing and rewarding than that. And I say that in comparison to the upcoming quest I'm about to show at the end of this new quest line involving the new dungeon. So I want you guys to keep this in mind. 77 gold for defeating the final raid boss. Compare that to what I will show you next.
The balance must be restored.
So now let's go back to Oribos. So, in order to start this quest line, first we have to go up. Here, you'll notice this over here. The Alley Cat of Oribos. Oops, wrong way.
It is clear you deserve only the best.
Ah, Mordwalker, I have a message. An individual has a proposition for you, specifically. I know nothing of the details, only that they asked you meet them towards the back of the Idylia.
Come back.
Did they now?
Ah, you have arrived. Your wish is my desire.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I am Aldelir, a humble collector of artifacts, here to present you with an opportunity.
Really?
Solier of Cartel Soul seeks to acquire a dangerous relic. It would benefit us both if she did not.
I am the foremost expert on broker culture. However, relationships between cartels are complicated and unstable. Cartel So holds a small presence here in Oribos, which means the other cartels may have knowledge that I do not. Ask around. With your renown, surely they'll have whatever information that we are missing. Oh. Hold on.
Let me know if you need anything.
I thought I accepted. There we go. The leader of Cartel So represents a grave danger to the Shadowlands, Mawalker. Her name is Solia. She seeks to assemble an artifact of the First Ones and use its power for selfish ends. Pieces of the relic are said to be hidden on your homeworld. Brokers have never before found our way there, but if Solia does, then Azeroth too is imperiled. We must intercept her. There is cargo nearby marked for Cartel So. Perhaps the manifest will give us clues as to their leader's whereabouts.
Cartel Al thanks you for your patronage.
Well, while I'm here, I may as well go down below and get the weekly dungeon quests. Look, I'm a Death Knight, or rather, as we jokingly refer to them, a wheelchair. Give me a break.
Tell me what you need, my friend.
Alright, the other side. And Tyrna Scythe.
Pleasure to help you.
By the way, I was able to pull this off. It's obviously not the master one for doing 15s and getting the mount, but I was still pretty proud of myself to be able to pull off getting all the 10s before the reset here for the new season, so... I even got the title The Proud, which I am wearing now, so... It's not quite as what I was doing back when I was, back in the NBFA, when I was able to do 15s and 16s.
You have my undivided attention.
What can you tell me about Cartel So?
Cartel Ta avoids meddling in the affairs of others. It is to protect business. I am sure you understand.
Alright, fine. Yeah, they're not going to be willing to tell me anything. Oh. You notice those shoulders of, the bulwark shoulders there that he's wearing, right? Let me show you guys something about the new set that I can get in the new raid. Oh my gosh! Yes! That's the mythic set, yes, but look at the LFR set. Still looks great. Normal. Still looks great. Heroic. Still looks great! Like, seriously, this is a raid that I would absolutely farm all 4 of those sets for. Those look amazing! That would be like my new go-to set if I finish that off.
May I tempt you with my wares?
What can you tell me about Cartel So?
You struck a hard bargain.
We have little to gain from lesser cartels. Whatever cartel Al and cartel So are bickering over, it is not our concern.
Lesser cartels? Well... I see how it is here.
All goods and services for sale.
What can you tell me about Cartel So?
Until our next transaction.
He waves off your question, shooing you away. Shoo! Shoo! Fine. You guys are the PvP guys anyway. I don't bother talking to you that often anyway.
You have my undivided attention.
You have been seen with Aldalin. A word of caution. Choose your friends carefully, and your enemies more so.
I feel like I'm dealing with mafias here. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. Now let's see what's going on over here. A shipping manifest. Oh hey, look who it is! The helm of domination has been shattered. A strange thought. For so long it has been a symbol of ours. Of our curse and our duty. And now we wield our blades on behalf of the one who wore it. Bolvar Foredragon is no longer the Lich King. If we are to take orders from anyone, I could think of far worse leaders to issue them. Like Gen Greymane, for instance. Or Sylvanas Windrunner. Point taken. I love that Kultira and Thessarian are still continuing their storyline even into this. I mean, these two have been around and having, you know, a back and forth and a story since since Wrath, basically, even before that. I mean, these two have such a history. Now, that's dialogue that I've now hear that's unique. When I did this on my Demon Hunter, they had dialogue that was something along the lines of them kind of recapping what happened to them, like about how Thessarian was the one who killed Koltira, and then of course later on both became Death Knights. As a insta-death mechanic. Yeah, the one that's over here.
That is the property of Cartel Sword!
Yeah, be careful, guys. Yeah, so when I did this on my Demon Hunter and he did that, he just, boom, insta-killed me. So I was a little wise on that. Just saying. Thessarian?
Well met.
I first took up the sword when the plague of undeath first began to grip Lordaeron. In the years since, I have served as a soldier in death for far longer than I did in life. The wars of the living seem like paltry concerns in the face of forces such as those that I have glimpsed beyond the veil. My loyalty has been pledged to the Alliance, and I shall stand for its citizens until I fall for the final time. But there are far greater threats to their existence than the Horde.
No kidding.
Perhaps they see that now, with the skies above Icecrown torn asunder and death breathing down their necks. Such is the curse of the living. They know not what truly matters until their time has come.
The Ebon Blade will prevail. We have died so that others may live.
Do you know how I died? It was during the defense of Quel'Thalas, under the command of Ranger General Sylvanas Windrunner. She gave her life to save her kingdom, her people, and for her efforts, she was raised into undeath, just as I was. But then our paths diverged. Sylvanas has inflicted more loss and suffering than either of us endured in life. She imprisoned me in the bowels of Undercity for years after I dared to staunch the bleeding with a momentary truce. Not even the Ebon Blade could negotiate my release. Say what you will about the Banshee Queen, but she has never relented in life or in death. Sylvanas will not be an easy foe to fell. She never was.
Yeah, let me remind you, Koltira, that she kept you hostage in Undercity and basically tortured you and interrogated you for, since Cataclysm. So, it didn't take us until Legion to finally break into Undercity and release you, because we kept trying to, when I say we, I'm referring to us, the Death Knights, with me being a Death Knight, we kept trying to negotiate with her for your release, and she kept refusing. So that's when Thessari and I broke into Undercity and busted you out of there, because she refused to let you go. Just saying, pal. Let's not forget what she did to you.
We do what the living cannot.
You know what's funny? It's the pet battle week.
I know the way to whatever you seek.
How rude! They should be aware of who they are talking to. I apologize for my kin, Mawwalker. Tazavesh, the Veiled Market. An interesting choice of locations. We brokers have found that it is in our best interest to remain mobile and discreet. A number of our cities and outposts are tucked away in the in-between, capable of moving from place to place. Much to my chagrin, it seems that I have lost track of
Tazavesh. I believe our best course of action is to ask Cartel Ta for access. They pride themselves on keeping track of such things. Let's try our luck with those at the night market in Revendreth. They may be more forthcoming than their Oribos kin.
Good luck. Tazavesh can be an elusive city to reach, but surely someone at the night market will aid our journey.
We shall see. This will give me another opportunity to show you guys flying, so... It is worth noting, because some people seem to be very confused on this. We are not going to be able to fly everywhere. As you can see here, I can't fly here in Oribos. Even though I saw someone actually do it on stream for a moment, at least it was more so down in this next area here. Let me try it out down here. Nope. So yeah, somehow, for a moment I saw them do it on stream, but I guess they must have taken that out or something, I don't know. But anyways, you cannot fly in Oribos, you cannot fly in the in-between. So you cannot fly from one zone to the next. You can't, like, fly from Maldraxxus to Bastion. You still have to go through Oribos. So you still have to use the Flight Masters to travel through Oribos to the next zone. But once you are in these 4 zones, then you can fly. You just cannot fly between those areas. So, anyways. I could just fly straight here. But then again, why don't I just simply try going to Pridefall Hamlet and then flying from there? I'll tell you what, this is going to definitely be nicer to do certain things, like reach places I felt like I couldn't before, other places that were just a pain to get to, and of course other places that, in case you want to unlock Flight Masters, or just unlock more of the map, you know, get rid of the fog and such, then you can be able to do that. It's certainly going to make getting to other places much easier and nicer. Certain world quests, dungeon entrances, and such. It's going to be wonderful. Also, we cannot fly in the Maw. In case some people were wondering, can you fly in the Maw? No, we cannot. Whee! Revendreth from up high. Whew. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. For months I have been wanting to be able to get up here and be able to be like, yes, look at the beauty of these zones from up high. It's a little hard to see with all the, you know, dark night fog and such, but still, look at its beauty. Huh. Okay, apparently I hadn't gotten that before. Oh, that's funny.
The brokers have secured a cache.
Let me peek in here really quick.
All goods and services for sale.
Pet, a dragon kite, 86,000. Nah. Not really interested.
More honored me with your My friends here have been unusually taciturn. Perhaps you will have better luck.
You seek information? Well, that requires a transaction.
Please, do see me again.
While I indeed know the location of the Veiled Market, I fear I can do little in terms of providing you with transportation to it. In return for your assistance with the task, I can send you to someone who can assist us both. There is a bounty hunter at a transportation Ta, a broker enclave in Bastion. He is better suited to help you, and he owes me a shipment. Meet with Taoku and tell him that that Tanla sent you. For your convenience, I can offer use of a portal. After all, we are partners, yes?
Your help is most appreciated. I am quite overwhelmed at the moment, as you can see.
Oh my gosh, I love flying!
Everything is negotiable.
Talna requested something very specific on behalf of a client. The Kyrian have been working on a new type of centurion that they call an Anquilian. I sent some of our trade specialists to retrieve the prototype in question, but they have yet to return. Until I have the item, there is obviously no way that I can ship it to Tanla. Perhaps we can help one another. If you can locate the Aquilin, and bring it here, I will help you reach Tazavesh.
Remember, everything has value.
You know, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of mounts in this game I love, including Invincible, but this might very well be my favorite mount of all time. And boy, did I really spend time working trying to get this mount.
I am excited to see you in action. It can fly? I acquired some blueprints from one of the smugglers. Let me see. Use the lever, more Walker!
Either push the button, pull the lever,
Strike to the head always works.
or bonk it on the head.
Use the lever, more Walker! Buttons! Quickly, the buttons!
I believe this is the mount you get for, Bastion.
Pull on one of the levers.
I'm sorry, I mean if you are Kyrian. Like, you know how I got the fly mount? I believe this is the mount you get for Kyrian. Which I like. Looks like a mechanical griffin type of thing. I really like it.
For you, I offer only the finest.
Perfect. This will put us back on schedule. Your side of the...
Now would be a good time for me to mention that I may not be quite welcome in Tazavesh.
Oh, now you tell me.
But fear not. I have a way I can travel beside you unrecognized. We will meet aboard the ferry.
Okay. Your side of the deal is done, Mawalker. Now for your payment. My cartel runs a ferry that travels between Oribos and Tazavesh. Its purpose is to transport cargo, but as in all things, there are exceptions. Take this coin to Tameri, and you will be provided safe passage to the market. What happens after that is up to you. He bows, uttering a sound that seems almost like a chuckle.
Your patronage is always appreciated.
I see how it is. So, I've got the teleporter to Oribos unlocked on this character, so let's just hearth back to my Covenant, and I'll use that to go straight to Oribos. Let me go! At some point, I will return to taking care of my Abomination Factory buddies. I fully intend to do that at some point. Well, hello there.
I live to serve.
Mawalker, what can humble Tameri do for you?
Death is the ultimate transaction.
Let me guess. Taoko sent you my way, yes? So, you seek travel to Tazavesh. Not something that we would typically offer an outsider, but since payment has been accounted for, it would be my pleasure to assist you. Step aboard, and do remember to keep any appendages inside the craft at all times. The currents of the in-between can be fickle.
Fortune and wealth to you.
Take me to Tazavesh, please.
Eh?
I'm just sitting on the back here. Like how it looks like an actual, like, ferry boat here. Riding the waves of the in-between. Bye, Orbos! Notice we are not going to any gate. We really are going to an area that is literally in between.
Are we there yet?
Shh! Quiet! We're docking. Just hang tight. Now, if you try to immediately do the Flymaster here... Okay, so it used to be you couldn't be able to use this until you did this quest. So there's the meeting stone. There's the entrance to the dungeon. You can see all the different players here, because of course everyone wants to give this a try. And of course, with it being Mythic only right now, this is the only way to get in and actually try it out. I've heard there's a secret hard mode to this dungeon. I saw Towley and a couple of guys were trying it out on his stream. So I found that kind of interesting. I don't know if I'll actually get to participate in the hard mode version of that. In case you're curious what I'm intending, as usual, they have a tendency to have these Mythic-only dungeons, like Return to Karazhan and Legion, Mechagon and BFA, and then they will make a heroic version of it and then put it in the group finder for that, as two separate wings. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Oh, there's our buddy. Excuse me, sir.
Do you have business to conduct?
Halt! Only citizens and registered clients are allowed through this entrance. But I seek entrance into Tazavesh.
Was there anything?
All non-citizens must accept the required customs check.
Customs?
We must tend to a matter of great importance inside. Perhaps an exception can be made?
All non-citizens must accept the required customs check.
If you insist, customs it is. Follow me, Moorwalker.
So, what do you propose?
Not a problem. We will simply follow another plan. Trust me, I am a...
No worries, I have another plan. It looks like you may need to show a bit of force once more, my dear friend. Tazavesh security will not let us simply walk in, but Solia needs to be stopped. If that requires a bit of physical persuasion, then it is a necessary evil. Bring some friends. I have a feeling that the security here has tricks up their sleeves. So, this, on the other hand, compared to the quest to defeat Sylvanas, this gives us 257 gold and 750 anima. We get far more of a reward doing this dungeon than we do defeating the final boss in the new raid. What the heck, Blizz? Seriously.
Farewell, my friend.
So, here's the thing, guys. As much as I would kind of like to be able to show you guys the dungeon in its entirety on Mythic, I don't think I'll be able to do that my first time through, especially when it's brand new to me and I'm trying it out, and it's Mythic. So the thing is, I'm more than likely going to have to, and you can see Solia is the final boss. The ruthless cartel boss Solia means to conduct a heist that spans the realms in order to claim progenitor secrets. Her only opposition is the disgraced broker Al-Dalil and his ragtag crew, who must navigate the mysterious veiled market and stop Solia before she claims this forbidden power. By the way, this is the Venthyr mount that you get. You know the bug one I got here? The corpse fly? That's the one the Venthyr get. So yeah, I'm eager to get that on my Venthyr Demon Hunter because, well, let's just say that I've been growing more and more fond of the Venthyr Covenant the more I look at some of these other different things here. I like how we're already standing around here and some people are actually yelling, looking for tank. That they're trying to do some groups and such. Because, of course, as I said, you can't do this in Group Finder just yet. Because it's not available as a dungeon that you can actually select here amongst these dungeons. You can only be able to actually try and, you know, find a group for it if you go ahead and actually do this. So. And, of course, you get to see things like have a brain, you know, with a smiley face. I'm probably more than likely going to see whether or not my guildmates want to go ahead and try and do it, see if I can join their group and experience it. I think it's better if I just simply wait until this dungeon is available via Heroic to show it to you guys on camera. As, you know, of course, I'm also going to try and wait until the new raid is available on LFR before I actually show it to you guys on camera, because as I've said before, trying to do these things on higher difficulties and organized groups and such while I'm on comms is extremely difficult for me to do, not to mention the times where it can go very, very wrong, which I have experienced in the past. Using LFR or the group finder makes it far easier from a recording standpoint, okay? So in that regard, with that being said, yeah, so I'm more than likely going to take care of these quests and such. Now, yes, I am aware that there is actually a cinematic at the end of the raid. More than likely, because of my issues in the past of it not playing if I've experienced it in the game before and DBM is on, when I do that final boss in LFR, I'm more than likely going to have everything turned off so that way it doesn't automatically skip the cutscene. I hate having to do that, but it's like one of the only ways I can get to it, because even when I have the settings set up on DBM where to not skip the cutscenes, it still does it anyway. So, yeah. So, as far as I know, let me see here. So, now I've gotten my renown up to 45. So, I got a M&E upgrade. Oh, okay. And, of course, I got that mount. Kind of as a, you know, hey, you got 45, there you go. So let's see. We won't be able to continue the story until probably next week when I get to Renown 47, and I'm able to do this next portion right here as well. I like how we're going to continue to get more animal rewards for world quests and such. And then, I love that once I get to here, I'll be able to get an upgrade, to, you know, a new legendary memory for my Covenant's ability, like Abomination Limb, which is pretty nice. But yeah, we're going to continue to get more story in the Chains of Domination campaign. So yeah, we have the quest to go defeat Sylvanas already, and yet there's more story to be told here. There's still 5 more chapters in the campaign for this patch. So, plus now, not to mention any other extra story that each of the Covenants may have as well, such as a possible 10th chapter for the Venthyr, which I saw, and then it was gone. It was kind of removed. So, I suspect that may have been a bug or something. So, anyways. Yeah. More than likely, this is going to be the end of the story content until next week, when more Renown becomes available. So, any story that does happen, I will try and see what I can do and figure out how to show it to you guys from a story standpoint in the playthrough. So, just sit tight, and when those things become available, you know, in an easier difficulty and in a much more easier to record type of setting, not to mention when everything is more stable, since trying to do so on a day like this where things are a little buggy and laggy and such is kind of, well, let's just say I think they still have some hot fixes to do for this. But anyways, stay tuned.